Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob, and welcome back to episode number 6 of the Houston Astros franchise here on MLB The Show 20. Today we got 2 games we're going to be showing you guys today. The first one will be a trip to Globe Life Field for the first time to battle the Texas Rangers. Now we're coming off of a short little 2-game sweep to the Mets where they took 2 out of 2 against us. The Rangers are coming off their own 2-game series against interleague opponent, except they swept the Rockies 2 out of 2. Today we'll be going up against Mike Minor, who's on the round for the Rangers. He's coming off a no decision his last time out against the Rays, and he'll be dealing against Lance McCullers, who you'll be seeing in a minute. Michael Brantley leading off here for the Astros, and his first pitch is a swinging strike high. 2-2 count to Michael Brantley. Pitch is coming, and he checks his swing, but it ain't gonna matter. That slider right down the middle, and that'll be a strikeout to start off the game for the Rangers. Up next, Alex Bregman, who after those 2 solid series has really started to struggle. 2-1 count to Bregman. He gets a pitch high, and he's going to pop that one up to the second baseman. Easy out for Rudned Odor. Time to take a look at the Astros starting lineup in this game. It's going to be a lot of the same faces. Brantley, Bregman, Altuve, Alvarez, Correa, Springer in center, Josh Reddick in right, Yuli at first base, and Martin Maldonado in the 9-hole. Yuri has been pushed down the lineup due to his recent struggles, but he's still sitting at first base. Next batter is Altuve. He gets a pitch on the outside, and he pops that one up to the left fielder, and Solak is going to be able to catch that one. They'll be going up against Lance McCullers, who's making his third start of the season. His last time we saw him get a win against the Angels his last time out. 1-1 with a 4.08 ERA. He's looking to probably improve on that ERA here in this outing. His first batter is Elvis Andrus. First pitch of the game for him is a ball. 1-2 count to Andrus, and he's going to swing and miss at a knuckle curve down in the zone. Good pitch by McCullers, and he picks up the first out via strikeout. Up next, we'll see Matt Duffy, who's riding a 5-game hitting streak for this one for the Rangers. He'll be looking to pick that one up here. He's going to line this one towards Altuve. Altuve's going to make the catch, and that's 2 outs for the Rangers. Up next will be the left fielder, Nick Solak. And we'll take a look at their lineup first. Nick Solak up next, and then Joey Gallo out in right, and Danny Santana at center. We'll see Sin-Soo Choo at the DH spot, Todd Frazier out at third base, Robinson Chirinos is behind the plate, and then Rudned Odor rounding it up in the 9-hole. A lot of hitters hitting over under 200, but here's not one of them, Nick Solak. He's going to pop this one up to the right fielder, Josh Reddick, who should make a play on this one, and yes, he will, which will end us the first inning. Take us top 2 now. Here comes Yordan Alvarez leading off. He gets a good slider that catches a little bit too much of the plate, but Solak has enough space to rear that one out in the left field. Next up is the struggling shortstop Carlos Correa. He gets a 1-0 count. He's going to hit a dribbler that gets through the infield, so Correa is going to get on base with a single with 1 out. Next up will be George Springer, the center fielder. He's got a full count, and he's going to walk. So we got base runners on first and second here with 1 out. For the right fielder, Josh Reddick. 1-1 count to Reddick. He gets a high fastball. He's going to pop this one up behind the plate for Chirinos, and he's going to make the play in foul territory, which leads us to 1 for runners on first and second, 2 outs for Yuli. Yuli's going to shoot a base hit right at the middle. The runner is going to go home. Here he comes at the plate. Correa is going to score as the throw is offline from center field, and the Astros draw first blood. That must have felt good for Yuli to get the first RBI of the game. Next up, Maldonado. First pitch is a liner down the line. That one's deep, but it's not going to stay fair. It hits off the wall in foul territory. Maldonado hitting .529 this year, so he's off to a good start. 1-1 count. He gets a first fastball up in the zone, takes it to center field, but Santana is going to have enough space to track that one down as the Astros end the inning with a 1-0 lead. Jump into the bottom of the third now. Todd Frazier coming up hitting .452 and on an 11-game hit streak. So he's gotten a hit in every game besides the first game. That's a good way to start your season. 1-1 count to Todd Frazier. McCullers dealing, and that's a shot down the first base line. Playing the shift, they couldn't get to it. And there's a trouble in it with right field for Reddick. So Todd Frazier is going to get to second base. They're going to rule this one a single and then an error in right field for Reddick to get him to second base. Up next, Robinson Chirinos. He's going to shoot this. That's a blooper into left field. It's going to be playable for Brantley, but he's going to track it down. And so now we got runners on first and third here, no outs for the second baseman Odor. He's first pitch swinging. That one gets past Correa into left field, and that's going to score a run. So the Rangers tie it up here in the bottom of the first, 1-1. That'll take us back up to the top of the order for Elvis Andrus. He's got an 0-1 count, and that's a grounder to the third baseman. 5-4-3 double play. That's what the Astros really needed to get out of that jam. So now they have a runner on third with 2 outs for Matt Duffy. He's had a good start to his season. 0-2 count to Duffy, and he can't catch up to that knuckle curve. McCullers strikes him out and limits the damage to 1 run here in the bottom of the third. We're going to go bottom 4 now, 2-1 to Solak. Solak with a shot down the line. Brantley playing the bounce, but it ain't going to matter. That ball is gone off the foul pole. Nick Solak with a bullet literally down the left field line. Hits the foul pole, and the Rangers extend their lead to 2-1. Solak's first home run of the season, a solo shot, and Astros trailing in the early going to their Texas rivals. That's going to bring up the powerful Joey Gallo here. He gets a full count up next, and he's swinging at the knuckle curve as well. McCullers gets another 1-2 strikeout to his knuckle curve. That pitch is working for him. 0-2 count to Santana. He gets a knuckle curve as well. He can't hit it either. That's 2 back-to-back strikeouts. So McCullers settling down after the home run. Chu, he gets a grounder to the first baseman, and he steps on the bag. So 1 run in the bottom of the 4th for the Rangers. We're going to go to the next inning, bottom of the 5th for the Rangers again. Todd Frazier back up to the plate. 0-1 count to Frazier. He gets a shot down the line. Once again, he beats the shift. They might need to stop shifting him. And he's going to get to second base this time. This is just going to be a straight-up double. No errors this time. That'll once again bring up Robinson Chirinos. 2-2 count to Chirinos. Knuckle curve gets him as well. Another strikeout for McCullers. And up next, Rudenador. He had the RBI back in the second inning. We'll see what he can do here for the Rangers. See if he can score Frazier this time again. 2-2 count to him. He grounds this one to Correa short. He makes the play over to first for the second out. Take us back to the top of the order. Elvis Andrus. That ball is lifted to left center. Michael Brantley unable to get the ball. That ball goes over his head. Frazier's going to score with ease, and Elvis Andrus is into second base to lead off double. Or a 2-out double, excuse me. Up next, Matt Duffy. That one's going to be lined into right field for a base hit. Andrus is going to go home. He's going to test the arm of Reddick, and he gets thrown out by a mile. So the Rangers get 1 run in the bottom of the 5th. We're going to take us top 8 now. Luis Garcia coming in the mound. Mike Minor had only given 1 earned run in this one. And we'll see if the Astros can get back in this one. They're down 3-1 here. Here comes Yuli, the guy who had the RBI back in the second inning for the Astros. He's hitting 1 for 2 today. It's 2-1 count to him. He gets a shot to center field, but Santana's going to have enough space to track this one down for the first out in the 8th. Next up will be Martin Maldonado. He strikes out on the high slider, so 2 down here for the Astros. They can't seem to get anything going here. Next batter, Brantley. He's going to dribble this one to the shortstop. Easy play for him, and he throws it on to the first baseman, Duffy, for the out. So the Astros really have 4 hits so far, have had a hard time to get going. We're going to go to the top of the 9th now with Jose Leclerc looking to shut the door here on these Astros squad and hand them another loss here in the early going. First batter will be Bregman, who is hitless today, 0 for 3. 3 full count to Bregman, and he strikes out with a slider down in the zone, so that's 1 out for the Astros. That'll bring up the next batter, Jose Altuve. He's got a 1-1 count. He's going to strike out as well, this time on the changeup, down and away. So it's 2 outs for the Astros. Last chance up to Yordan Alvarez. He gets a little check swing, little drop it to the left side, but they're playing the shift right, and Alvarez is going to be able to beat that one to first base. So a little bit of life here for the Astros, and that's going to bring up Carlos Correa, who wants to be a hero and get out of this slump here in the top of the 9th, as he is the tying run. First pitch to him is a chopper, though, to the second baseman, Odor, and he's going to make the play and hand another loss to the Astros. They drop this one 3-1. Mike Manor with a really solid performance. Lance McCullers had a very good solid performance other than the 3, 4, 5 innings. So you can't really hate on him either. But he gets credited with the loss. Jose Leclerc gets the save. And we see Astros 1 run on 5 hits, 1 error. And the Rangers had 3 runs on 7 hits and 1 error as well. Mike Minor is the player of the game. 6 innings, 3 strikeouts, 1 earned run, 1 walk, only 4 hits given up. Not much for the Astros other than Yuli's RBI in the second inning. We had an error from Reddick. Good pitching. Peacock got a little bit of action. Texas is really behind Todd Frazier and Nick Solak as we just, they led the way there for the Rangers. Jesse Chavez got an inning of action. We go to the second game, and the Rangers win again 8-6 this time. Joey Gallo was the big bat here for the Rangers. He went 2 for 4 with 2 homers and 3 RBIs. On the Astros, Michael Brantley went 2 for 3. He went yard as well for 2 RBIs. But it wasn't a solid outing for James for us. He gave up like 4 runs in limited action, so the bottom half of our rotation continues to struggle. Third game, and we lose again and get swept by the Rangers 5-2, so that knocks us down to 4-11. Joey Gallo had another big day for the Rangers. He went 3 for 5 with the home run as well as a double and 2 RBIs, so he could not seem to get the big bat of Gallo out. For us, it was Alvarez. He went 1 for 3 with a home run, a solo shot himself. That's going to take us to the next game against the Tampa Bay Rays. They'll be the second game of this little stretch. And the Rays are coming off a pretty solid performance. They're sitting at 8-8, but they're coming off of a solid 3 out of 4 win against the Cleveland Indians. As we take a look at their lineup, as you see, Yuli got moved back up to the 5th spot. He's been starting to hit batters. He's got the average all the way up to 259, so he'll be prominent in the order. Another little thing about us, Stubbs was supposed to start at catcher, but he got hurt in the pregame with a bruised finger. It's only going to be day-to-day. Astros will be going up against Charlie Morton, their former teammate and 2-time All-Star. Has yet to pick up a win so far this year, and he's got a high ERA. Astros looking to do damage to their former teammate. First for the Astros will be the familiar Michael Brantley. He will lead it off for us as we're rocking the oranges again. First pitch to Brantley is a ball curveball on the outside. Next pitch here for Brantley. He gets a fastball in, and he's going to pop this one up to the first baseman. Easy play over there for Choi. Up next for the Astros will be Alex Bregman. He's got a full count, and he's going to pop this one up, this time to the shortstop, Adames. And that'll be 2 outs here for the Astros. That'll bring up Altuve, who's got a full count of his own, but this time he's going to walk after he checks his swing. So we got a runner on first here for Yordan Alvarez, the powerful lefty. But he's unable to get anything with a curveball as he strikes out swinging. That'll be the top of the first. Bottom of the first, we're going to send out Justin Verlander. 3 starts, still has yet to pick up a win despite his solid ERA of 2.37. 1.11 whip, 2 walks, 22 strikeouts. So a good solid strikeout rate for him. First batter he faced will be Joey Wendell here for the Rays. Wendell had a solid season so far. First pitch to him is a swinging foul ball, 12-6 curve. Very next pitch to Wendell. He's going to get a fastball in. He pops this one up to the center fielder Springer, and he's going to get over and make the play for the outs. Very next batter will be Jose Martinez for the Rays, a DH today. 0-1 count to Martinez. He pops this one to center field. Springer, staying busy out in the middle of the park, is going to track this one down as well and record the first 2 outs for the Astros. Up next, Austin Meadows, a right fielder for Tampa Bay. He breaks his bat down the left-hand side, and Bregman's just going to walk right past this one. But Meadows is going to try take 2, and he's thrown out a second. So a very weird play. He gets credited with a single, and Bregman's mistake ended up being nothing. We're going to skip all the way ahead to the bottom of the 4th now for the Rays. Still a 0-0 game here. Hunter Renfroe stepping up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today for the Rays. First pitch to Renfroe, and he's swinging, but Altuve playing the shift catches that one right behind the second base bag. Up next is Tutsuyo, I guess you could say it, but I should learn his name very soon because he just took us deep to right center field. That ball is gone. Solo shot for the third baseman of the Rays, his 4th of the season, and he draws first blood here for the Rays in the early going. Verlander, although he's a very solid pitcher, he's very prone to give up home runs. That's kind of also been our Achilles heel. Too many long balls given up by this Astros pitching staff, and that's part of the reason why our record is where it's at today. Up next will be G-Man Choi, and he's going to shoot this one to the first baseman, Gurriel. Nice hands over there at first base to record the second out of the inning. Next up will be Willie Adames. He's going to ground this one to Altuve, who makes a nice backhanded stop, throw over to the first baseman. That is the end of the bottom of the 4th. Very next inning, bottom 5, Brandon Lowe leading us off for the Rays. And he's got a full count to Brandon Lowe, pitch from Verlander, and that one's in the dirt, so he's going to walk his way to first base while Maldonado tracks down the ball. Next batter will be the backstep of the Rays, Mike Zunino. 2-2 count to him. That ball's hit deep to left field. If it's fair, it's gone. And that ball is gone, ladies and gentlemen. 2-run shot for the catcher of the Rays. Extends this lead to 3-0 Rays, as that's his 5th home run of the year. Verlander's 2nd long ball given up for the day. And the Astros looking to fall behind in this one again, despite just can't seem to get something going. This pitching staff, something is missing from this Astros team, and it's hard to see that in the early going. Or it's easy to see that, excuse me. Next batter, Joey Wendell. We're going to go to the top of the order. He strikes out swinging on a fastball up and away. Up next that's his 5th strikeout. Up next, Jose Martinez. He gets a 1-2 count, and he strikes out on the slider down and away. That's back-to-back punch-outs for Verlander, which will bring up the right fielder, Austin Meadows. He's got a full count, but he's not going to offer at the fastball out of the zone, so he walks to first base. Bring it up, Hunter Renfroe again. He's got a 2-2 count. He's not going to be able to swing the slider, so Verlander gets 3 outs by strikeouts to continue that. He's a very good strikeout pitcher. He just can't seem to really get anything else going. Top 7 now. Here comes Yordan Alvarez, 0 for 2 in this game. Astros still blank on the scoreboard. 2-2 to Alvarez. He's going to get caught chasing a fastball up high for the first strikeout of the inning. That'll bring up Yuli, who's at the 5 spot today. Full count to Yuli. He walks on a fastball in. So we got a runner on first base now for the Astros. And that'll bring up George Springer. He's got a 1-1 count. This ball is going to get away from the catcher Zunino. So Yuli will advance to second base on the wild pitch. Springer later in the at-bat, that's a liner to the center fielder, but he's going to track that one down. But they're going to test the arm of Renfroe. It's ahead of the throw, but a little offline. So now we got a runner on third with 2 outs, and Correa cannot bring him home, as that's a 6-3 put outs to end the top of the 7th. We're going to go to the very next inning, so Josh Reddick's going to lead us off, and he gets a fastball. He drives this one to the gap, and it's going to bloop in there in front of Renfroe for a lead-off single. Next up, the catcher, Maldonado, 3-1 count to him. He gets a fastball over the middle. That's going to be over the head of the right fielder and going to track all the way to the wall. And Josh Reddick will come into third base, and Maldonado be with a double. So now we got runners on second and third, no outs. That'll be it for Morton. Had a very solid game so far. Went 7 innings. Hasn't given up an earned run yet, even though he is responsible for both on base. He is in line for the win for the Rays. That'll bring out their hard. He gets the curtain call. It's a very good game from Rays, but that'll bring out the hard-throwing lefty Jose Alvarado, who's made 1 appearance so far this year. He only went 1/3 inning, hasn't allowed a run yet, so we'll be seeing if the Astros can get to the left-handed pitcher. First up will be the left-handed batter, Michael Brantley, our leadoff hitter. 2-2 counts. He takes the fastball on the edge. That's a borderline call, but we're going to call a strikeout to give us the first out. Up next is going to be Bregman. He lines this one deep to center field. That should be enough to bring home the run, but Maldonado is going to try to test it. He goes to third base, and he is thrown out at third, but the Astros still get the run. It is a 3-1 lead, but we're going to go to the bottom of the 8th now. Austin Meadows with the lead off. That's a shot to the gap. Well, a good space by Springer to bring this one in for the first out. Next up, Hunter Renfroe. He gets caught looking at a fastball up in the zone. Justin Farrell now on the mound for the Astros. Up next for the Rays will be their third baseman. That ball's deep down the line. It's a shot down the line. And Tetsuya has got another home run in this game. That is gone. That is a solo shot down the line. So the Rays get their run back. It is now a 4-1 game here, as Tetsuya 2 home runs in this game. His 4th and 5th of the season coming in this game, as Farrell has troubles in the late innings again. Bullpen also a problem for the Astros early on. Next up, G-Man Choi, 1-1 count. That ball is lifted to center field, but Springer is able to get underneath this one, and he's going to record the out for the 8th inning. So the Astros have 1 more inning to get something going. They're going to bring in Oliver Drake for the Rays to get the save. He's pitched 6 games, only had 2 save opportunities so far, so it looks like the Rays going with a little bit of a closer by committee role. He'll start off with Jose Altuve, who's hitless in this game. 2-0 count to Altuve. He gets a pitch down in the zone. He chops this one to the third baseman, who is able to make the play. Excuse me. That was a good play by Tetsuya. Alvarez is next, full count. He pops this one into foul territory. Tetsuya staying busy. He's able to track that one down in foul territory. So that'll bring us to Yuli, our last chance, but he's going to line this one over the second baseman into the right center gap, and he is going to get an easy double So a little bit of life here for the Astros in the top of the ninth, 2 outs. Up next will be George Springer, as they're going to give us a double. That's good for Yuliak. Also extends his hitting streak to 6 games. Here's Springer. That ball is blasted down the left field line. If that one's fair, it's gone. That one is definitely fair. 2-run shot for George Springer. Don't count these Astros out yet. That is his 3rd home run of the game. 413 feet. Trying to give this Astros a little spark and to say that we're not done here in Tampa Bay. They really need this win, and they want to get this win badly to start to turn their season around here in the early going. Up next will be Carlos Correa, 0-2 count, but he's going to chop this one to the shortstop. Easy play for him, but the throw's in the dirt, and G-Man Choi unable to pick that one off the plate or out of the grass. So we still got some life here for the Astros. Rays are going to turn to Nick Anderson, who has had 1 game so far. He had a save opportunity. He blew it. So this is a very interesting call. 40-50 ERA. We'll see what the Astros can do against him. As Miles Straw is also going to come in and pinch run for the Astros. He'll be on base for Correa. As here comes Josh Reddick, 2 for 3 this game. Double and a single. First pitch to him is a slider up in the zone. He's way early of that one. That would have been a nice hit if that was fair. 2-2 count to Reddick. He is chasing the fastball up, so he is able to get the save for the Rays, and we drop this one 4-3 to the Rays as well. And that extends our losing streak. You take a look at the box score. 3 runs on 6 hits for us. 4 runs, 8 hits for the Rays. Verlander gets the loss. He drops to 0-3 on the season as well, as our sore start continues. Tsuyo, obviously player of the game, 3 for 3, 2 home runs, 2 RBIs. Not a bad day for him. Charlie Morton also got the win for them. And outside of the 8th and 9th innings, there just wasn't a lot of hits here for the Astros. Nothing really seems to be going right for them in the early going. Too many long balls given up, not enough consistently hitting, and it's just hard to do. But we go to the second game, and we take a win 12-2, a very much needed win for us, as our bats exploded here in this game. As we had 3 home runs, 1 from Bregman, 1 from Olivares, 1 from Springer. Alex Bregman in particular went 2 for 5 with a home run and 3 RBIs to get his 6th home run of the year. Get a solid pitching performance out of Zach Greinke as well. Rubber game, however, we dropped to the Rays 2-1 as the bats bats came up empty once again. 1 run, 7 hits, 0 errors. They had 2 runs on 6 hits and 0 errors. Wendell and Meadows went deep each, and Meadows ended up getting plunked later in the game. So, tension's boiling over, it looks like, here for the Astros. Alvarez went deep for us as well to give us our solo run of the game. So next time you see us, we'll be doing something a little different. We're taking a look at the prospects here. I'm going to do a prospect draft preview for the Astros, see what's going to happen. Now, we don't have the 1st or 2nd round picks due to the scandal this past offseason. If the game doesn't implode that I win, I'm just going to pick the 2 bottom players and not sign them to show that we don't have a 1st and 2nd round pick. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Sorry, we're off to a very sluggish start, 5-13. Hope we can turn this around. But like and subscribe down below. That always helps me out. So you can just click the button on the screen. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Y'all have a great day.